Hi, this is Coach Stresser, and welcome to our video part of our January newsletter. As you can see, especially if you're a Hokie fan, I'm hanging out in the lobby of Cassell Coliseum right now. I got the Hokie bird behind me. The reason for that, I'm not out here to freeze because it is cold. It's January 2nd. It's real cold out here today, and I've got an echo. But it's worth it because I need to get everybody on board. I need to get everybody thinking about Cassell Coliseum. If you read our email from a day or so before, you're able to see how much we are at Cassell in the month of January. So it's important for everybody to get out and support us, especially on January 22nd. We're trying to set the record right here. We're trying to get 5,000 people through these doors or more. We want to set the record that was set back in the 80s at Clemson University. So get involved, send this out, pass this on, forward this. It's one of those things that they said we couldn't do. We couldn't get 5,000 people in for a wrestling match at Virginia Tech, and I disagree, and I ask you to help me disagree on January 22nd. I want to move forward and talk about wrestling. I want to talk about this team. Obviously, a lot of things have changed since we started in November in the first video email when we went through the lineup. We are at January 2nd. I'll start from the bottom all the way to the top. Injuries have played a big part in our lineup change. We still have some guys in there that can get the job done for us. We do have some young guys, they're going to get some experience. So let's start at the bottom at 125. First off, Gerard Garnett had a great Midlands tournament a couple days ago, finished second. Gerard is going to redshirt. He is, from a developmental standpoint, Gerard, the coaching staff, and everybody feel like he is best suited for a redshirt. So we'll have Gerard back next year as a fifth-year senior. We're excited about that. In the meantime, we got two young guys that we think can get it done for us. Time will tell. Eric Spute and Ty Mitch are battling. Ty Mitch is a little banged up. We expect him back in the lineup in a week or two. Eric Spute had an okay Midland, so-so, wasn't bad, wasn't good. We need to get Eric to step it up a little bit and get some consistency. We need Ty to get healthy and get us some consistency at that weight. It's going to come down to the end. I'm not quite sure who the guy's going to be, so time will tell, and we'll all get to see who steps forward, takes that spot at 125. We also have Matt Peters doing a good job, a young guy in the background helping out there. At 133, well, Devin Carter's the man, not only in our room, but he's proven he's the man in the nation. He upset, I think, the second or third ranked guy in the nation at Midlands. He'll be ranked third or fourth in the nation here real soon, probably tomorrow. We've got a couple young guys that are contributing in Jordan O'Donnell and Tom Reynolds at 133, but without question, if you haven't got a chance to see Devin Carter compete this year, that's even more reason to get out and see the Hokies here soon. Doing a great job. At 141, Zach Nybert's our guy. Zach had a real good Midlands. I'm really excited about Zach. Zach's done a good job, but I think there's even bigger and better things in store or in front of Zach Nybert this year. He needs to do a little bit better job with his weight, and I think if he does that, I think he's going to be able to really challenge some of the top 8 guys in the nation. At 149, we're kind of all over the place right now. Nick Bruschetta is our #1 guy. If you watch the Ohio State match, Nick suffered a fairly severe high ankle sprain. He's just getting on the mat right now. We hope to have him back in a week or two if things go well. In the meantime, we've got Nick Murray and Chris Mears kind of battling to see who's going to get the job done for us. Both of them are very capable, and both of them are very inconsistent right now, so we need to get some consistency out of those guys. Also, Lex Ozias is a redshirt this year, and again, he's a young guy that shows signs of great promise. At 157, unfortunately, we lost one of our seniors and one of our leaders. Jesse Dong had surgery a couple weeks ago to repair torn labrum in his shoulder. The good news is Jesse will be back next year for a 5th year, be a 5th-year senior for us. In the short term, those duties are going to be turned over to either Cameron Hurd, a redshirt junior, or Matt Stevens. Both those guys have been wrestling quite a bit. Matt Stevens is just coming off a top 8 place finish at the Southern Scuffle. those guys will battle it out. And again, kind of like 125, we'll see who the guy is at the end of the year. We also got a good backup there, a young guy that's getting some experience, winning some matches for us in Chad Struby. At 165, Pete Yates has really stepped it up. Had a great Midlands runner-up finish. We really like what we see with Pete right now. Pete's wrestling with a lot of confidence, and that's what it's all about at this level, is having a lot of confidence. He's got a tough month ahead of him if you look at our schedule in January, and I think Pete's going to have a great month. But with that said, he's going to have to battle. He's got a tough opponent right away against Maryland, I think the second or third ranked guy in the nation. So there's going to be no rest for Pete, but I think Pete's ready for the task right now. Got a freshman in there also competing at 165, Isaiah Mead. At 174, Chris Moon, as well as 184, John Dixon. Both those guys did a really good job for us at Midlands. Chris at 174 is a little undersized, continues to get better. He's a guy that gives us everything he's got every time he steps out of the mat. Very consistent. Again, a little undersized, getting a lot of experience this year, and I think Chris is going to finish out real well. Got some young guys there backing up. Austin Gable's just coming off a top 8 finish in the Southern Scuffle, a redshirt freshman. He'll be a freshman. He's actually a freshman redshirting, as well as Bubba Sheffield. Bubba's been fighting a knee injury all year. We like what we see with Bubba, but again, we can't seem to get him healthy right now, and we hope we can accomplish that in early 2012. But there's 2 young guys that I think they're going to do a good job for us, as well as Chris Moon, of course. At 184, John Dixon, again, he's kind of Mr. Steady for us. He continues to get better. He's a guy that really came to Virginia Tech with not much, and he continues to overachieve and help us out, and we really like John Dixon. Angelo Malvastuto is a young guy that's backing up there, and again, at times shows us really, really good things. He's kind of struggling for consistency, so we'll see what happens. We might need to use Angelo some here in 2012, so we need Angelo to be ready. At 197, Nick Vetterline's our guy. Nick's had kind of an up and down November and December. He's looked really, really good. He didn't have quite so good of a Midlands, but Nick's a tough guy, and he's a young guy, and with a good month, with good effort in January, I think Nick will be right where he wants to be at the end of the year. We provide depth there with Darren Hankins, a freshman that's getting his feet wet in Division I wrestling at 197. At heavyweight, just like 157, unfortunately, we've lost David Maroney for the year with an ACL, a torn ACL. He's getting ready to have surgery this Friday, coming up, January 5th. We expect David to make a full recovery. We hope we can get David back for a 6th year. I'm pretty sure the NCAA is going to allow him back for a 6th year. We just have to convince David to come back. David's a real bright guy that's got a lot of opportunities out there. However, I'm trying to convince him that the 6th year of college isn't a bad thing. So for all you Hokie fans out there, be sure you help me and convince David that an extra year of college I think we'd all take, and we sure hope we get him back. In the meantime, Chris Penny, who was originally slated to redshirt, is doing a really good job for us. He's trying to adjust a little bit, not so much with the weight at heavyweight, but just kind of the style. And he's really improving and weighs about 225, a little small for heavyweight, but doing a really good job. And we expect good things out of Chris by the end of the year, just like he provided for us last year. Backing up there, Bobby Lavelle and Dan Garwood are providing depth there at heavyweight. So that's kind of a quick once-over of what we've got going on, from the top guy to the young guys in the red shirt. I'll finish with where I started and encourage you and invite you to get out and see these guys. Maryland's going to be a tough task. We went from being the favorite to the underdog, so we're going to need a lot of screaming and yelling, and the month is busy. So go Hokies and come see the Hokies. Thanks.